All right, so follow up on yesterday's video. I am going to be backtesting the last 2 weeks. What I want to do is after each week, I want to backtest that week, but I missed kind of both weeks, so there's gonna be a little bit of hindsight bias involved because I mean I don't have. I would use FX replay, but I need to backtest NQ and ES, and it costs the subscription for those. And I just find it easier to use TradingView instead. So yeah, so I'm gonna do. So 2 weeks ago, Monday is Sunday. Do Monday. Okay, so this is 2 weeks ago. Go back in time and just see what happens. So right here, as morning opens, scale out. What I realistically have jotted down. We're obviously in a downtrend. And so I'd be looking for sells, honestly. Looking on the 1 hour, we do just see momentum for sells, I can't lie. Yeah, we do see price match this, but it kind of broke structure here, so I would have these two, or at least this area and then this area matched or lined up. This would be the zone I'm looking to trade within. So off of market open, I want to have anything really jotted down, honestly. We do have this Fibonacci right here, could say, but my targets would probably be Asian low if I'm looking to get in a trade. So let's scale down to 5 minute. So hindsight, I am realistically looking only for sells. So hold on. Okay, yeah. So first of all, I need to identify what type of market structure are we really trading within, right? Are we consolidating, so we might see liquidity sweeps? Are we just trending straight down, so we might just see retracement, no liquidity sweep, and then an entry? Or are we like what are we doing? So here we're obviously trending down, right? And before market opens, what do we see? Consolidation. We see price come down, come up, and we see a Fibonacci be created, but we see price create support area right here. So we understand price has been unable to break this area. Off market open, we see price push up. We're not looking for anything except sells unless price breaks above. Honestly, let's scale out one last time. If we see price break above, if I saw price break above this area, I would honestly be looking for, I'd still be looking for sells, but I probably wouldn't be too hasty. If I saw price break above this area, I'd look for price to get to here, honestly, and then push down. Excuse me. But yeah, I'd be looking for price to get to here if we broke above here. So for now, I'm looking for sells in this area. Considering we do see price creates liquidity at this area. Once I see price do this candlestick right here, wick strongly above and then just slam down, and then we got another confirmation with this strong push down, I'd probably be looking at, I'd probably enter right here. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 minute, if I could go back that far. Yeah, no, I could barely go back that far. Okay, so probably enter right about here. Stop loss probably above the 75% zone or even above this area right here. And honestly, this will be the safest TP, negative 61.8, but also having it at, hold on, or having my TP down here at Asian lows, because I do tend to target session high slash session lows. But I do find that sometimes targeting Fibonacci areas are better. But I guess I just have to play it out by ear. If I like, say I'm counter trend trading, I see a really good opportunity, but I know the overall direction is up. But internal structure is bearish, but swing structure is bullish. Like I'll target Fibonacci instead of like session lows or highs. But in this scenario where I'm pro swing, pro internal, I'm selling on the higher time frame, selling on the lower time frame, I know that I can have more confidence in selling to down here. And so that's probably the only trade I would have got off here. Again, these are perfect scenario trades. Say I was looking for buys and I like bought here, saw this as a liquidity sweep. This might be a position I had looked to have gotten into if I was looking for buys. But honestly, why would I even be looking for buys? You scale down to see all of this, so why would I even be looking for buys here where we see price get back to this area up here, push down, and we're looking for prices to target that weak low that was unable to break this high. So yeah, that's that. So next day, let's see. We're just free falling at this point. There's no previous market structure for me to really compare it to, so I really just have to play it by ear, and this would kind of be a hard place to trade at. So I wouldn't really know what to do here because I like to trade when I have like past data that's pretty recent for me to compare it to. So here we're just free falling. Might even have some fundamentals that came out, but we see price just strongly push up. I'm either looking for buys or sells at this point, but kind of looking for sells. We just see price create a lower high. Honestly, this would not be a bad entry because if we scale down, I'm pretty sure we'll see something here. Yeah. Yeah, I probably would have got stopped out if I entered this trade. But this is like not a bad trade. Like this aligns with my strategy. Like you see price push down all the way up. We see a strong rally up. When you see price do a strong push down, you could expect the same strong push all the way back up as well. So we see price tap all the way back up into here. We scale down, we probably see something on the 1 minute, which can indicate to us that we could enter right here, honestly. See price get back to this area of supply. Enter right here. TP could be either here or all the way down to negative 27. I'd probably go for negative 27, not negative 61.8. It's probably a little too ambitious. Actually, negative 61.8 is not bad at all. Like this is very doable. But I definitely take profits at negative 27, so I'll keep it here. But you see price push down, push up. Fibonacci again could scale in again. All right. Scale down here probably. See an entry we enter here, it's a little too close for comfort, but like 1 to 2 or something. It's right there. But we see price tap back into this area of supply right here, or demand, and just instantly push up. So right here, I would be wary, because you always want to be wary whenever you see price get back to an area, right? And also here we don't really see a liquidity sweep as we did here. We saw this liquidity sweep right here. But for an area like here, we're not really going to see a liquidity sweep because price is just trending down. We don't really see liquidity built like we do here, right? We see a tiny liquidity sweep here. You could say that, but honestly, where do you even buy to? You could buy to this area, but you never know. It could just do this and then just tap all the way down and not even tap your TP. But this probably would have been a good entry, but that's a little too intricate. Like, I want more confident entries. Like, this is a confident entry. Like, I would enter this confidently. Because this is trending. It's a trending market, but this is also a bit risky because we enter basically off of only a supply area, and everything's inherently risky. I don't know why I said that, but we see price push all the way down, right? Break structure here, so we're confident at that point. But price just taps into this area after a strong push down, push it up, strongly bullish push up, and then higher low. We see price, as we always see, we see price retrace to the area where it broke through. So price broke through this area, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, and retraces to the lower low, then pushes up, creates that lower high at that same lower low. And once we see price push up, push down, it retraces at the same point that it created this lower high and a higher lower here, pushes up, and yeah, but yeah, we would have just had to take the L on that one, as we know that price is always eventually going to come up. So we don't really know when price is going to come up, but we're looking for it. But we never know when, because price could just continue dropping down. But now we're confident, okay, now price is probably going to start just push back up. Hindsight, it kind of doesn't. Let's see what it does do. I mean, I guess, but this was kind of the rally up we wanted to see. Like, yeah, a strong rally up would have been more confident in entry here, but like, this is not a bad trade. This is not a bad trading day. Why would we have lost here? Because price tapped back into this area and just because this was a relatively strong area. Like, you saw the reaction it created once it tapped back into this, or once it created this area. Like, this area is a strong area of price. Like, price was able to strongly push all the way back here in a few candlesticks, right? So once we see price get here, if we get any indication that price is gonna like stalling out, like here, this strong candlestick right here, you could just exit the trade. No need to look for buys all the way up to here or anything, but exiting the trade here would have been smart, as we just get no confirmation that price is gonna continue up. And I mean, you don't really get a Fibonacci here. I mean, I don't know if the negative 27 works. Yeah, it never even reaches the negative 27. So I wouldn't even switch my bias. I'd just be like, okay, price is probably going to push up. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Scale out 4 hour. See that price is still pushing down. Here we see price just rally down, break structure. No, we see price is just confirming bearish sentiment. We got from here to here is realistically our zone. We're trading in for now. Let's go to our 5 minute. And here we kind of see liquidity be built up here. But at any break of structure or any like, cause we know we're how did I say that? I would be looking for a liquidity sweep, but at the same time we do see price right here. Could put it from here to here, but honestly this is the quicker move, but this is also like very small scale. So if we do want to wait for the most convicting thing, we would wait for a breaker structure here. Breaker structure here, then a retrace back, because price always retraces, right? So we would wait for a breaker structure, be patient. Once we see this breaker structure, right, no FOMO. Once we see price rally back up to the point where it does break, where it did break structure right here, and close like that, instant confirmation. You could place the stop loss a little higher. Where would I see PB? That's a very good question because we don't really have a very good place to put it. We could put it here or even just at a 1 to 3. Base 1 to 3 would be good too. Because I do tend to look for 1 to 3. So if I don't really have a good TP area, then yeah. Probably just a base 1 to 3. So yeah, I mean, yeah, because we do want to wait for the most convicting entries, and that's really the most convicting entry. That area right there. And we don't always have to enter like extremely prematurely, you know what I mean? Because I'll always look for entries like right when market opens, but that's not always the case. We need to wait for price to give us the most convicting thing, and the most convicting thing here was either a sweep of liquidity to the upside or a break of structure here and then a retest. So I'm probably going to start looking for more convicting, way more convicting entries. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, probably be the only trade for that day. I really just want to look to get like one good quality trade, you know. And I don't know if I should trade NQ and ES. Like I contemplate it, cause I know they move, but I don't know if it's just worth it or not. Cause there are some days where gold will move, or gold won't move and ES will, and it's just like demoralizing that I have to just watch this happen and nothing on gold. But like, at the same time, the way it moves, just like I haven't studied this. I don't understand what this is. You know, it's a whole different game. Like ES moves more realistic, more calm. I'll say more calm. It moves a little bit better where I can understand like it's what it's doing to some extent. But I need to just stick to one thing. I need to, honestly. Okay, next session. Scale out. What do we see? Let's see price push up. After that, we see price rally up a little bit. So we're looking for. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we see a strong push up. Okay. So let's see what happens. So we see a breaker structure here. So now we're looking for a pullback to buy again, probably. Yeah. Not really looking for sells, but okay, so here I already see liquidity get built up right here. So, and we don't see this get swept. We see a lower high. So we already know liquidity is likely going to get swept here. So I would be looking to enter up here to sell to the next area where I could see price moving, which is probably this area down here, because this is where price like first, or this is the first point where price stopped at before. And it's also the lower high as well. So I'd probably be looking for price to get down here. So I'd probably just wait because this is my high possible A plus entry. If we see price sweep liquidity here and then push down, I'm entering right there. Here honestly, I don't see really any A plus setups. So I probably wouldn't look for an entry here, but I'd only look for an entry here. Once we see that closure, boom. Don't even need your TP too high or stop loss too high. Could just have it right here, anywhere here. Price slaps it, bang. That's a really easy trade off that stupid liquidity. Okay, so what do we see now? We see price push down below this area, so now we're no longer looking for buys. No clue what that was. Let's scale down again. Let's see what price does here. Price pushes all the way down. And realistically, we haven't broken structure for buys still, because we still see price broke structure here. For us to look for sells again, we'd have to look for a break below here. So as for now, this whole area right here is still valid. And we do have this area of demand down here that we could look for price to get to look for buys. Or even 75%, somewhere down here. So what do we see? See price push down, pull up. So now we are, after seeing this and seeing a pull up, we're probably not going to see a entry for liquidity sweeps of any nature, considering there's no real liquidity for us to enter off of besides from back here. So what do we see? See price rally all the way up, break structure. So now we're looking for buys. See price break above this area. We're looking for buys. See price rally up. Now we see price pull down. Now we're looking for an entry off of here. What do we see? We're looking for just waiting. Once we see this entry right here, this candlestick right here, you could genuinely just enter for a buy here. Or if you're on the 1 minute, you see a better entry. Boom. 1 to 2. Or even to Asian highs right here. Boom. 1 to 2 still. But I wonder if we could see anything off of the 1 minute. We should be able to. We can get a more sniper entry. No shot, right? Okay, so we're just 1 day behind. Absolutely brilliant. Just brilliant. Okay, so we don't get to see it, but yeah, this would be a good entry. I guarantee we would see some sort of 1 minute, like down here where like price just rallies up right here, so you could get a better entry from there. That's really the only entry for that. Let's go to the next day. Like it's so simple. I don't know why I overcomplicate things. Now we see price rally all the way back down after this strong doji. Not sure what happened here. Oh, this is Sunday. That's the last day of the week. So now we see price pull all the way down. And we see a break below this area, as I was saying. So now I'm honestly looking for... hold on, let's see. Yeah, after I see this, I'm going to be looking for sells. We see price tap all the way down below this area. That shows us that price probably wants to go down there. So if we see any indication for sells, I'm going to be looking to sell. So we see price push all the way down, then push all the way back up. Now I'm looking for sells, probably back into this area up here, where price broke through that area. Let's see if on the 1 minute hourly, yeah, we see something like this. I'd be looking to enter off of anywhere up here. So once I see price, nope, tap back into this area, I'm gonna be looking for sells. So once I see this, first of all, we got all of this room down here to move to. We don't ever see price get to negative 61.8. But for this large move, I'd probably only enter back up until the 0%. Or if I'm feeling lucky, I'll go to the negative 27. But probably 0% would be the smartest. Once we see price push all the way back up here, negative 75%, create a shooting star right here. Could realistically get this entry. We have enough space. and just trust it. This wouldn't be too smart to enter off of, to have our TP too short, because we know that price could realistically get anywhere up here and then still push down. So I'd have my TP up here. Risk less, of course, but I trust it having being up here. And if it doesn't work, that means our entry just didn't work there. So that would be my trade, honestly, or even negative 27.9. Yeah, but that's pushing it. I'd go to negative or 0%. But if we see price get to 0% and like, I'd eyeball it. If I see price get to 0%, close like this and not wick up, I'd push it down. But we see, yeah, I just keep it 0%. Let's go back to 4 hour. Let's see what happens next. Now we see price rally back up a little bit, push up, and we see this. Okay, so now I'd be looking for a retracement to push up. Just considering we see price rally all the way back down, or this is just a retracement. This could just be push down, retracement back to like this area over here, and then push down. Again, trying to look besides this hindsight bias over here. So we see price rally up, higher low, higher high. Yeah, price is just creating structure, so this might have to be a no trade day. This does not look clean at all. 15-minute, we see price sweep liquidity down here. Sweeps liquidity down there, pushes up. Let's go down to the 5-minute. We see price push all the way up. Breakthrough, push down, push up, rally up. Not really any entry you could get off of here. Barely touches this 50% area. You could enter off of this, but like nah, nah. This would be a no trade day, cause for me to look for have the best entry possible, I would want price to come down. Let's put that Fibonacci back up. I'd want price to come down to at least the 50% area. At least the 50% area. Or honestly, I'm not even looking for buys. I'm looking for sells, honestly, because like I just see this as a pushback up, not a actual like counter trend. I don't know. I wouldn't trade this day. I don't like that day. This gives clear direction. So now we understand that price is pushing up. We see price break through all of this. Okay. Go to the 15-minute. See what price talking about. Price pushes down. Let's see if we see any liquidity setups here. So price pushed up. Now we're seeing price rally down right before open. So now I'm looking for a reason to enter for buys after price finishes this. Or if price finishes this, but we don't really see any liquidity besides here. So this is the area I want to see price sweep liquidity of. But if we see price get down to here and then do this, like that's enough confirmation for me to enter. So I'd enter right here. Where might my TP even be? Is this a Fibonacci here? It's hardly a Fibonacci. Let's see the 1 minute if we see a better entry. Yeah, we do see a way better entry, like all the ender all the way down here. down here or even down here after getting the confirmation and enter to up here. And we do wind up seeing that trade play out after forever, but it does end up playing out. So I'm looking for a liquidity sweep here. But if I see price do that, that's giving me confirmation that price probably isn't going to get all the way down here, and I could just enter off of there with conviction that price is probably going to push up. Because I'm already looking for buys. I'm just waiting for a good opportunity, and that's the best I'm going to get there. So next day, price pushes all the way up. Rallies up, breaks through, comes down, continues up. Slow push up though, so I don't know. 15-minute here. Bunch of liquidity just resting down here. Bunch of just resting liquidity even just down here. So I would realistically want to see a super liquidity down here before I enter for anything. But we see price push up, push down, push down, push up, push down, break, sweep liquidity down here, not even sweep all the way down here. So I could enter for this buy up here. But where would your TP be? You know, could have it to 1 to 3, never gets reached. But if I'm gonna trade like this here, I might as well trade the same here. So I'm not gonna have my TP to up here. Just doesn't make sense to do that. Negative 61.8 probably would have been the best TP I could have had it at. We would have got stopped out, as you see, but that's gonna happen, man. Can't win every single day. But my highest conviction trade would have been to see liquidity sweep here and then we'll push strongly up. But we gotta take what we could get. So yeah. So this was yesterday. Really couldn't. I got boggled. My mind was boggled by yesterday's price action, but see if now our perspective changes. So scaling out. I could see why I thought that way. This is kind of confusing. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So just looking at price, I mean, I am looking for buys. We haven't seen a break of structure yet. So considering we see price push up during Asian session, come back down and slowly start to push up, I'm looking for buys. We scale down to a 15-minute. See price push up, down, come up a little bit, come down. Rally all the way down. Scale down to the 5-minute. You have the same area that price pushed up off of down here. Again, today could have just been a no trade day, or that day could have just been a no trade day. 8:30 we got NFP. We see this strong push up. Where are you going to see an entry? All right. Besides this Fibonacci right here, which doesn't even give me a lot of confirmation because we don't really get a bunch of things except 50%. You could enter here, but honestly, you could just enter off of the 50% right here. It would have just been unfortunate if you got stopped out here. Genuinely just unfortunate if you got stopped out after this whole push up. Genuinely just unfortunate. Nothing you could do there. And if I pushed it even stronger down, yeah, that just would have been unfortunate, man. I guess that would have been the only trade buys, looking for buys in that case. I looked for sells, buys, everything in that. Because ES, I was looking for sells. Because I was trading ES at that time. But, again, another mistake, man. I just need to stick to one trade. I was looking for sells here. Got to sell all the way to down here. But in gold, you don't really see that. You just see price rally up. So, I guess me... So, the thing I should be looking for is... What am I looking for? When do my trades work? My trades work when I wait for strong conviction, which always appear. And if it doesn't, then that's not a trading day. It always appears. The strong conviction is not trying to predict the start of a trend. It is waiting for the trend to start, pushing up, push down, or pulling up, then slowly pushing down, then pushing back up for a higher low, waiting to see that higher low get placed, entering off of that higher low for strong conviction, so that I know that if this trade fails, and we're probably either I timed it wrong or we're not going up anymore. And I'm not going to enter at like down here try and sniper entry this, because I have such a lower chance of winning winning here compared to winning up here, you know? So we go back on all of my trades for the past 2 weeks. This trade, liquidity sweep, easy trade, very easy trade. This trade, liquidity. Well, we also see a liquidity sweep up here. See a liquidity sweep up there. Tap back into the supply zone. Really good trade. We need to be patient on these things. Another thing I'm noticing is that most of my trades always start at the 8 o'clock. Never really 9:30 am I looking for a trade, because the trade's already kind of missed at that point. See here, we waited. Waited for strong conviction. We entered at a pullback, right? Here we waited, entered at an A+ setup, entered at a A+ setup right here, kind of A+. Yeah, this is an A+ setup, because we know we're not seeing a liquidity sweep here on this day. A+ setup, we need to identify whether we're looking for a liquidity, because there's only 2 ways price goes, 3 ways. We get a liquidity setup, right? We see liquidity get built, we see liquidity get swept, and then we see a push all the way down. Or we see a continuation, but liquidity is more consolidation after push down, or lower high after push down, or push up. No, push down, lower high, little liquidity get built, sweeps it, then pushes down. Or we see price push down and not really create liquidity, or push up, not create liquidity, just push down a little bit, then push up for a Fibonacci setup or supply and demand setup or something of that nature. I have my trading plan right here. Supply and demand, liquidity sweep, which is reversal, or basically our reversal model, or a pullback to a zone where price broke structure, right? Where do we see that? Best. We see it best illustrated here. Price. No. There's a better example of it. I'm pretty sure here it's a good example. Price broke through here, pushed up, retested here, pushed down off of it. I think more recently we had a trade that looked like that, no? I guess not. I'm pretty confident I saw something like that though. But yeah, we see price always do that, or tends to do that, and it's a very strong confluence. So next week I'm gonna be looking to get only A+ setups. Literally just wait for an A+ setup. That's all I'm gonna be looking to get next week. It's gonna be my practical. Just focus on one A+ setup, because here I never enter more than 2 trades. It's always just one trade, one A+ setup. So that's what I'm gonna look for next week. 40 minutes. So I think that's kind of it for now. But yeah. Yeah.